Hello, my name is Simonaz and welcome to another Simonaz Guide video. I wanted to get a quick one out to you guys before Phase 3 goes live with the talents and runes I'm planning to use to level up my rogue and do my first raid of Sunken Temple in Phase 3. Let's look at the leveling build first. This 5 points assassination, 21 points combat, 5 points subtlety build is what I plan to use at level 40, going to do dungeon grinding with a group to level up. In this kind of setting, it's really all about maximizing your mutilate damage. As I level up with this build, I'm going to progress down the assassination tree to unlock relentless strikes like this, taking a couple points in improved slice and dice. Don't forget to train rank 2 slice and dice at level 42. It goes from 20% haste up to 30% haste. That's a big deal. And we'll take some points in murder. Finally, a point in relentless strikes. With the final 4 points as I level up, I'm going to rank up Dagger Specialization. And this is what the runes look like for this build. Deadly Brew on the chest, Mutilate on the gloves, Shadow Step on the waist, legs are Envenom, and feet is Master of Subtlety. Now, if I was trying to do this build for solo leveling and solo questing and mob grinding, I'd make one small change to the build. I'd go over here, and instead of having all 5 points in Malice, I would put points in remorseless attacks like that, so that I can trigger remorseless attacks whenever I kill a mob. This is a thing that just doesn't happen very often in a group setting because you don't get the killing blow very often, but when you're soloing, you're always getting the killing blow, so you're always triggering remorseless attacks, so it's very good. Let's move on to the raid builds, and here's the first one we're going to look at. 28 points in assassination, 8 points combat, 5 points subtlety. We're going down to Cold Blood and a couple points in Seal Fate in Assassination. We're going into combat for improved Backstab, which is going to increase the critical strike chance of our Mutilate, because remember, Mutilate benefits from anything that benefits Backstab. And over here, we got Opportunity. And people ask this all the time, Opportunity, why do you take this if you're going to be soloing or tanking or whatever? The tooltip says that it only works if you strike from behind, but it will actually benefit Mutilate whether you strike from behind, the side, or the front of a mob. Anyways, the runes we're looking at for this build are going to be a Combat Potency on the head, if I can find it, Deadly Brew chest rune, wrist, Cut to the Chase, hands, Mutilate, feet, Master of Subtlety, legs, Envenom, and waist, Shadow Step. For the Helm rune, there are 2 really good options. You can go Combat Potency, or you can go Honor Among Thieves. That'll give you a lot of additional combo points. But Honor Among Thieves is kind of a variable value rune because it depends entirely on how often your group is getting critical strikes. Some classes are definitely going to give more combo points than others. Some players will do more combo points than others because they're better players. Under-geared people will give less combo points than more geared players. And if someone in your group dies, they're not going to be doing any critical strikes and they're not going to be giving you any combo points while they're dead. Combat Potency is very powerful and it is pretty much a known quantity. It is consistent and powerful. So that's what I'm going to go with in the first raid, and we'll see how Honor Among Thieves shakes out in the future. Your rotation with a Cut to the Chase build like this is remarkably simple, and that's why I want to use it in my first raid. So I can pay attention to what the new bosses I've never seen before are doing, rather than paying attention to micromanaging my rotation. At the start of the fight, you'll put up a 2-point slice and dice just off of 1 Mutilate. And then the whole rest of the fight, you're spamming Mutilate to get up to 4 or 5 combo points, and then hitting an Envenom. And due to your Cut to the Chase rune, that's going to automatically refresh Slice and Dice, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. You just jam Mutilates until you're at 4 or 5 points, then you jam an Envenom, and you move on with your life. Very easy. There's another very good option, which is Carnage rune. This causes all your abilities to deal 20% increased damage to targets afflicted by one of your bleed effects. So that's Rupture, Garrote, or Saber Slash, but we're still not Saber Slashing. Mutilate is just too good and still overshadows Saber Slash as a combo point builder and glove rune. Anyways, there's one difference with the talent build if you're going to use a Carnage rune. Because you're not getting free refreshes of your Slice and Dice from Cut to the Chase, we are going to want to move 3 points out of lethality and into improved Slice and Dice when we're using a Carnage rune. For the Carnage build, your rotation is going to be a little bit more involved than it is with the Cut to the Chase build. The first thing you're going to want to maintain is Slice and Dice, using 4 or 5 combo point finishers. After Slice and Dice, your next biggest priority is to maintain Rupture. Again, with 4 or 5 combo point finishers, that's your primary way you're going to be activating your Carnage rune. And then after that, if you have enough duration on Slice and Dice and enough duration on Rupture and you've got some more combo points to spend, then you're going to be using Envenoms. With this build, it also might be a good idea to open on a boss with Garrote, so you can have your Carnage activated right away while you set up all your other things. But don't spend too much time getting to the boss in stealth, not attacking. That's definitely not worth it. Only do a Garrote opener if you can get to the boss really quickly, really cleanly, and position for that. Now, there are two little tips I want to share before I end this video. We went over the leveling spec, we went over the rating spec, but there's something you can do if you have dual talent specialization and you take one of your specializations to be subtlety with preparation. You can switch to this talent spec, press preparation, and it'll reset the cooldowns for the cooldowns that you use in your other specializations like Blade Flurry or Cold Blood. Now, it's working this way right now. I'm not sure if it is supposed to work that way. That might be a bug, but keep that in mind. You may be able to do that. And my other tip is with the Honor Among Thieves head rune. Something you could do in Wrath of the Lich King with Honor Among Thieves is get combo points on the boss before you even engage the boss. If you have Honor Among Thieves on your head rune and you target the boss and you have a healer in your group, just spam heals on you until they get some critical strikes. You should generate combo points on the boss, and then maybe you can just switch Honor Among Thieves back to combat potency before you engage the boss and just keep those combo points and start with, you know, a 5-point slice and dice or something great like that as you run into the boss. As I don't actually have Honor Among Thieves rune in Season of Discovery yet because the phase isn't even live, I'm not sure that that is going to work, but it's something I'm definitely going to try and see if I can make that happen. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out in answering your questions on what talents you should be using. I hope you have fun leveling up in Phase 3 of Season of Discovery, and I hope you have a great day.